Grixis Shadow versus Deku Gaming 57. Alright, I will keep. Alright, that could be Charbelcher. That was a good draw. I have drowned. Alright, let's protect. Let's protect my hand. Let's protect the drown in the Loch for sure. And the Jace. Okay. Alright. I could just play this. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Drown in the Loch up with just one card. I'm not afraid of the opponent has a drown in the Loch as well. Mine already is at 3 in my graveyard, so yeah, let's use this opportunity. And just pass the turn. Next turn I could play Jace, but then I couldn't keep up anything. Yeah, just put 2 back, draw one of them. Don't have anything to shuffle anyway. I can dig at the end of the opponent's turn. If the opponent has Charbelcher, I don't have anything to say about that. Should I just try and dig here? Yeah, why not? Even if it just gets a counter out of the opponent's hand, that's also okay. Alright, I need a land for sure. I don't need a Jace, I have a Jace. A Valki could be interesting. Keeping up drown in the Loch. Yeah, let's try it like this. Alright. And pass the turn. Keeping up drown in the Loch and maybe some Bowmasters. Alright, I could Wish Claw here for something, but that would be spending... Oh, 1 mana only, actually. Nah. Let's try and go for this again. I'll plot the Valki
Another piece in place.
and pass the turn. Opponent ends the turn. Alright, let's attack first. Then I will draw and discard. That was pretty good. Draw that, discard a Fatal Push. Play this.
Make no mistake, I'm not nice.
And pass the turn. Okay, the opponent plays that. Sure. I could counter it, but no real need to do that. I just need to try and stay in control of the game. Don't need that many lands. Alright, that's perfect.
I'll find what I need. Sure, you can handle a little pain.
Drawing lands with that is actually pretty good, helpful and useful. And pass the turn. I can put Thoughtseize on top as well with my Flooded Strand now. So this is a little like Dimir control, but it's a little less on the control elements and a little bit more Planeswalker as well as Death's Shadow. Alright, so go for some Steam Vents now. Draw and discard. Do this. Can I play them at instant speed? Alright, let's play. It's just a 1/1. Let's attack first. And pass. Leaving I should have used the black mana here actually for that shadow instead of the blue. But I can still play all these 3 counters, so it's fine. Yeah. Opponent might try to Tainted Pact in response, which I will counter. Alright. So, in Tainted Pact, what do we need? Tainted Pact. Spell Snare seems good, actually. Yeah, Spell Snare seems pretty good. I don't need all of these removal spells. I don't need the bolts, I think. I just need Mystical Dispute seems good. Surgical Extraction seems good. How? Demonic Tutor, maybe? Wait, counter target sorcery spell. No. It's a lot of instant stuff, so... Pithing Needle isn't doing much, so maybe just a tutor. And let's go. So full on counter stuff. That's what's gonna be important here. So what this deck, Grixis Shadow, okay, I'm just thinking, what does it have that is Grixis-ish? So just Lightning Bolt and Expressive Iteration. 2 lands, a tutor, some counters, alright, perfect. I will Delta into Bauble first. Taking the tutor. Thoughtseize is fine. Alright, gonna go for the Survey Land. Ooh, wait, what's Defabricate? Artifact. Okay, alright. Alright, keep up counter magic then. And hope to draw a land. Should I counter that? It's like a Demonic Tutor that costs 3. Yeah, you can have that. Alright, I'm relying fully on my Spell Pierce and Mystical Dispute here to save my ass. So that was a very effective counter activator triggered ability for sure. Sure. Perfect. Taking the pact. I think this is, even though I'm so light on lands, this game is actually in my favor. I do need one more land though, then I can start playing Death Shadow or Valki. Like a Valki could take the Oracle here. I mean, it could the opponent's gonna stifle the Valki trigger. So Valki would take away the stifle in that case. So basically it's just discard a card. Alright, I'm gonna Thoughtseize whatever the opponent fetches here. That was amazing. Take another pact, keep up counter magic. Oh my. Oh my. Should I just play this? It's gonna get stifled. So I'm basically getting rid of the stifle then. Nah, let's keep up things. Okay. Do I even need to remove these two Tainted Pacts? I don't think I do, because I know the opponent runs two exactly, so there's no added value in doing that. I could remove like Thoughtseize or something. Alright, let's attack first. If I Valki, the opponent will stifle. And then I have to counter the stifle, and then for a short period of time I'm unprotected. So let's not do that. Let's just play it safe and just keep up all these blue stuff, and then dig through time at the end of the turn. Alright, so another a Thoughtseize seems good. And a land. Sure. I'm actually noticing that my Mystical Dispute and Spell Pierce are losing value pretty quickly, but let's do this now. I'm using it because it's the only, basically one of the last few chances I have to use it. Okay, so should I... Wait, what's happening here? The opponent, what can they get back in case they play the Lurrus? Alright, let's have all this resolved. Alright, I'm relying on surgical extraction here. I don't have any more counter spell creature removals. Do I want to try and remove something with the surgical extraction? No. These two are countering the Lurrus, so I'm not afraid I'm gonna die to the Lurrus. I'm not afraid of the combo. I'm not sure what difference that makes. Let's take a Watery Grave, pay 2 life, go down as much as possible, and play one of these. The opponent might run Snapcaster. The opponent could Thassa's Oracle Snapcaster into Tainted Pact. Alright, one in my hand, one in the library, one exile. This is a must block. GG. Alright, interesting game. Happy to win against Tainted Pact. Tainted Pact, definitely also a good deck. I tried it out in the early phase of Timeless. I mean, it's a typical one-off deck, right? So you can cram a lot of interest, like usually not played cards into it, and there's definitely some great draws, and it's control-y. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, has trouble dealing with other decks that have a lot of counters and more consistently counters. Like this deck only can run one-offs, right? So you have to run things like this, which sometimes works well, sometimes not so well, as opposed to control decks that can run 4 counter spells or 4 mana drains and stuff like that. Anyway, let's go on to the next match. Grixis Shadow versus Saxaman. Keep. Keep. Storm Carved Coast. What is this deck? Is it? Or is it? Or isn't it? Is it? It is Grixis. Inquisition of Gojilak. Yeah, not much I can say about that. Taking the Jace. So that's already a high valued card. Do I have red? Yes, I have Steam Vents in my hand. So I may. Undercity Sewers. I don't want a dig through time right now. And pass. Played the new land, the newly drawn land, which means the opponent knows all my cards, but that's fine. Mana Confluence as well. Okay. Wait a minute. Sure, I can't prevent this from happening. Is this again? Ah, of course, it might be Tainted Pact all again, because yeah, they have to run one of lands as well, right? Don't they? Should I deal some damage to myself? Should I iterate right now? Should I iterate right now? But then I can't drown in the Loch, right? So let's just shock. Three cards in graveyard. Copy the next. I think I'm gonna counter that because I have the choice opportunity. Yeah, I know this might get spell pierced. Okay. Now I will iterate. Put one in my hand. Yeah, and this is obvious. So that was okay. Didn't find any counter magic, which is what I'm kind of looking for right now. I know the opponent runs a one of Bowmaster. I will shuffle away this and this. No, and this. I brainstormed in response to that because I see that the opponent cannot Bowmaster me at the moment, which is one of my concerns. Now the opponent could theoretically Bowmaster me, so I will not play a Brainstorm, even though I could. I can actually play a Mystic Sanctuary and get back a Drown in the Loch. Or a Dig Through Time. Dig Through Time or Drown in the Loch? I'll go for the Drown, because I have a Brainstorm, which can also dig. Alright, pass the turn. Keep up. Brainstorm, Bowmaster, Loch. Sure, that's fine. I need to make sure the opponent... Yeah, I have enough ways to prevent the opponent's Bowmasters. In case I end of turn, I Brainstorm and the opponent does play them. And I also have... The opponent's combo uses 4 mana. So... I'm safe. As long as the opponent has exactly 4 mana. Once the opponent has more, I need to consider it's like a Thoughtseize before comboing off, or a counterspell to back it up. So that's when I start to need another. Let's Bowmaster at least in response. All right, I'll play the second Bowmaster then. Alright, so the opponent is drawing 3. I wasn't able to prevent that, but at least I'm putting the opponent on a really quick, short clock now. Shipwreck Marsh. Okay, another draw for the opponent. Putting the opponent to 9. Alright, attack first. Let's brainstorm. Ooh. Let's allow that to happen. Kill it in response. Alright, I need to put back 1 land. Do I need this? Do I need this? Do I need this? Do I need the bolt? I mean, the opponent's gonna be the one with the 1 creature. If I put both lands back, I can still play a land this turn, so I'll keep the Valki. Alright, so now this is all over. Now I can play a land, I can play a Valki and keep up Drown in the Loch. Unfortunately, no grabbing anything there. Okay, the opponent has... Okay, the opponent has half the combo and the spell pierce. Wait, what is this in the okay, this is the opponent's turn, right? If I drown this, it's just gonna get spell pierced. I mean, I can get okay. All right, so this and this. Seek New Knowledge is actually a pretty good card too. And now it makes the whole hand unknown. Which is only half true. I know that out of those cards that I saw, only one went back, but yeah. I know there's a Spell Pierce in there, most likely, right? Okay, so let's put back the Bowmasters and the Shadow. Draw into the Bowmasters. Let's play this. Keep up Drown in the Loch. Plus Spell Pierce mana. Ugh. Thoughtseize. I might take Thoughtseize. Yeah, I'm actually taking Thoughtseize. And no attack and pass. So this is gonna... yeah, this is a little bit of a patience game now. Alright, the opponent playing this Talisman. Currently, I have counters. The opponent doesn't really have a hard counter. So as long as I keep 2 mana up, I'm able to play around the opponent's counter magic. And now I can attack cleanly. Get the opponent down to 6. The opponent is low on life. And I only need to keep keep this Drown in the Loch up for the opponent's combo. Is that a dig through time? Yes, it is. How much mana is the opponent playing? Keeping. Okay, I can't counter that, so no point trying. The opponent still has 4 cards in the graveyard, meaning I can counter. But with the amount of cards the opponent has in their hand, plus able to search up something freely, this is going to be difficult. Alright, I have to counter that, of course. Yep, and that's game. I'm not gonna wait and watch the whole thing, but yeah, I can't come back from that, unfortunately. Alright, what do we need? Spell Pierce. Surgical Extraction. Get rid of the pushes. Get rid of the bolts. The Tutor. The Invasive Surgery is okay. The opponent runs. But for what am I keeping the Invasive Surgery really? Like, okay, Treasure Cruise. Okay, there's a couple of sorceries, so it could make sense. And I'm only bringing in 1 card, so... oh, the Mystical Disputes. Okay, so the Mystical Disputes... full-on counter magic here. I can go... I'll go down one of the Valkis. It's not, like, essential to win. Like the Jace for 2 mana, even just the looting is already pretty good. So it's like a Merfolk looter, but harder to kill because it's not a creature. And then you have the added bonus of making cards free here and there, even if it's not the Valki. And you can have the ultimate, which copy stuff, which could be useful in certain situations, so... Alright, okay, not great, but I'll keep. No, I won't play a turn 1 Death Shadow. That's no land. Alright, let's hope for the best, though. Gonna discard that because I have 2 iterations. And it's gonna be a while till I get to the land and graveyard count that makes that card playable. Alright, continue to discard. Alright, there's number 2. Land number 2. Alright, I'm full on counters, so that's the good thing here. So... I still have a chance. I can't afford to brainstorm, unfortunately. Even on the end of turn, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. It's way too risky. Now this and this is losing value and quickly. Counterspell? Yes, perfect. Alright, yeah, still not much I can do here. So I'm still facing down the Thassa's Beats. Okay, do I want to... do I want to counter that? Yeah, let's counter it. Why? Because now I have an opportunity. Yeah, okay. Alright, that was great. There's my red. There's my red. I will not do this right now. I want to do this next turn when I can have the potential to get a land. Not going to play a 1/1 shadow either. It's not really... Alright, keep up dispute. Even though if the opponent plays... Yeah, the dispute is only useful now in a counter battle. So end of turn I'm going to Bowmaster, just to use my mana and test the waters a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And you know, the fewer hands my opponent has, the fewer cards in hand, the happier I am. Alright, one in my hand. One in the library and one into exile. Do I want to play that Brainstorm though? Nah, let's play this. I'm unprotected right now. Okay. Everything which is not killing me, I'm fine with it, because I have the Lurrus. I have the Lurrus, I have the Jace. Like, once I start pulling ahead on card advantage, I'm good. So... Wait, oh, that's my surveil. Another mystical dispute. Yeah, why not? Discard 2 cards. Let's discard then this and this. Nah, this and this. Alright, play the Jace. Draw.
Multiverse deserves. Out with
the dispute, I can basically discard it at some point. Yeah, okay. Alright, the opponent is drawing into their answer cards, which is fine for me right now. Nah, no point countering that. Nope, I mean, I can't counter it. The opponent can just pay, so there's no point really. Alright, that's great.
This would be easy. Let me think.
Don't know what I'm getting here. Hopefully not a land. Oh, damn it. That was uncomfortable, but not sure. I mean, now with top deck mode, not pretty much I can do. Alright. The opponent draws a land, can cycle it. I'm drawing from the Bauble, which is nice, because I need cards to ditch to the Jace potentially. I can plot the Lurrus, which is also nice. That's an amazing draw, actually. Plot the Lurrus. And keep up down in the Loch. The opponent is afraid of the ultimate. I'm not even planning on using it, but happy that the opponent attacks me instead of attacks my Jace instead of me. Steam Vents seems good. Going to my turn. Play a Bauble. Should I have played that? No, I shouldn't have played that first, to be honest. I should have done this first. Drawing right... Yeah, drawing it right back. Gonna plot it again. No, I don't need to plot it anymore.
You don't know the whole story.
I'm okay with that. I'm keeping my Drown in the Loch for whatever the opponent grabs. I can certainly extract the Tainted Pact and make sure that the opponent can't. But let's draw and discard first. Yeah, play the Lurrus, keep up Drown in the Loch and the Surgical Extraction. Draw more cards with the Bauble. See the opponent drawing a land. And I think now we are definitely in control. Well, yeah, okay. The opponent can draw and then Wished Claw. Should I Surgical Extraction the Tainted Pact? Let's do that. One pact there, one pact here. And there we go. I think that was now enough. That should have been the nail in the coffin. Dig through time, which I can counter with the Drown in the Loch. Do I want to though? The opponent could draw into like a... Let's do it. Because the opponent could draw into a... Oh no, Lightning Bolt. Ah, that was a mistake. Yeah, the opponent can just get themselves a Lightning Bolt and I'm gone. I took my life total too lightly here. So yeah, I shouldn't have drowned that. I should have just waited to see what the opponent grabs first and then but does the opponent have a Lightning Bolt in their deck left? I don't know. May have used it at some point, right? Or boarded it out or anything? Okay. I was sure I'm gonna be dead here. So if the opponent didn't search for that directly with the talisman, that gives me a fighting chance here. Okay, alright, so game number 3. What do I need to get? I think the sideboard was good. I don't need to change anything. Yeah, we can just go straight the same way. So I was on one land for the first 2 or 3 turns of the game, which is not a pleasant situation to be in, but yeah, what's it called? Spell Snare definitely proving its worth here. Yes, I will keep this hand. Not what I wanted to see, but definitely the opponent has to take the mana drain here. Okay, I'm not really sure what the meaning of that was or is. Shocking here, because I could draw into a 1 mana spell. Plus, I want to get my Death Shadow active soon. I need to be wary now. The opponent has Bowmasters, so I need to be careful. I have now Mana Drain up and Drown in the Loch. I can't play the Jace yet. I wouldn't want to just slam it on turn 2 probably. It's now the third turn of the opponent, so the next turn I can't iterate. I can't, because the opponent could theoretically just combo off. So I need to be careful there. Now this is a difficult spot. I would like to iterate, but I absolutely cannot. So I'm gonna have to wait here. The opponent didn't Bowmaster, which is interesting. Okay, the opponent also no lands. Yeah, I cannot. Yeah, I can't afford to tap any of these lands, really. Perfect. I have 2 counter magics, 2 counter spells. The good thing is the most of the opponent's deck costs 2 mana, so as long as there's 2 or more cards in the opponent's graveyard, my Drown in the Loch is actually pretty good. Yep, sure, happy, okay. Okay with that. Okay. End of turn. I will fetch first. I'll go for the Undercity Sewers. I don't need to take a lot of damage right now. I don't want an iteration. I have one in hand. I'd prefer a land. And I'm gonna Bowmasters. If this gets... But what's it? I mean, 1 black... The opponent only has used up the blue mana, so I didn't need to be afraid of a stern scolding. Gonna start attacking. If the opponent attacks back, I'm okay with that. I'll Brainstorm now. Why? Because I can't play 2 counterspells anyway in the next turn, and now I'm safe from Bowmasters, so I'd prefer to find a second land here. Perfect. Alright, what do I put back? I'll put back an Iteration and a Shadow, actually. And play just an island is fine. And I can play a Thoughtseize, which prevents me now from playing my Drown in the Loch, but still. Okay. Let's take the Tainted Pact or the Oracle. I think the opponent actually runs 1 Oracle only and 2 Tainted Pacts, right? I think that's how it works. Or 2 of both. I'm not too sure. Okay. Am I in trouble here now? Opponent has enough counter magic for days, right? So is there any way I can lose this right now? Okay, so Dig Through Time is just gonna get mana memory lapsed, which means I'm gonna remove my whole graveyard for nothing. I will remove a memory lapse though from the opponent's hand, but no, I'm gonna draw. Do I want to iterate? Yeah, I can have 2 counter spells up after iterating, so... Oh no, I can't. Oops. No, that was a mistake. Alright, 1 in my hand. One into exile. 1 to library and 1 to exile. Okay. Not going to attack with my Bowmasters. I know the opponent runs Brainstorm, so I want to prevent that. Keep up 1 counter spell, and yeah, the opponent is locked on lands. That's the opponent's problem. So I need to take advantage of that as much as best I can, because this is the only time where I have the opponent. I'm able to lock or keep the opponent off comboing with just two mana. That's gonna end pretty soon. This is that's fine. I'm not in a rush to win. I'm also okay with that. I'm gonna go super low again here, but Thoughtseize is just too good to pass up, really. That's fine, actually. I don't take the 2 damage like that way. Attack with this now. Play this tapped is fine, and pass the turn. Now the opponent used the memory lapse, so now I can safely dig through time while keeping up counter magic. So I think things are looking okay now. Yeah, I'll trade. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. A go blank. That's something I don't like. So I will mana drain or drown in the Loch. I'll drown in the Loch because that might use its value if the opponent dig through time at some point in the future. So I'm gonna drown that. And drain that. Yeah. I'm happy to do that because I have now dig through time. I can play this for free. Play this. Take another Oracle. Attack. The opponent does have Spell Pierce, though. But 2 Thassa's in the graveyard, right? So, yeah, let's just drop everything I can here. Taking a small risk. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the Shadow, even though it's not ideal, but okay. That's the risk. I was hoping to get something useless. Alright, that's a good card, actually, especially with the opponent on such few lands. The opponent can't do anything right now. Yeah, it's just conceding. So I just need to be patient here. The thing about the Tainted Pack deck is it's very, like, clear to know what you need to counter. Taking away the 2 oracles is basically, that's game, because that's the only way the opponent's deck can win. So as long as you just focus fully on that and just ignore everything else, don't fight about on any removal of Craneswalkers or creatures, then you should be good. Especially in a deck like this one, which has a lot of counter magic anyway. Alright, so yeah, win number 2. Twice playing against Tainted Pack, which I haven't played against in a long time. But when they come, they do come in doubles, it seems. Let's see how the next match goes.
Grixis Shadow versus Propaganda. I will keep. I'm going to start off with a fetch land. Alright, so we are up against most likely Primeval Titan. I will go for a surveilling land and see what we... Bowmasters. Not great against the Grazer, so I'm actually gonna get rid of that. I prefer to find counter magic. I will iterate now, even risking not finding a land. Why? Because I want to find counter magic ASAP. That's the reason behind that. So one in my... I'll put the... Valki is actually my counter magic here. It's better than Drown, so I'll take the Valki and use that next turn. Put this in the library for later and exile this. Alright. So I only basically chose 1 card of 3, so it was like a Brainstorm without putting them back. Well, putting 1 back, but in shuffling and exiling 1. But, long story short, Drown in the Loch is a dead card right now, so I'm okay to ditch that back into the library and relying now fully on the Valki. Right, so now I will Valki, or should I Steam Vents? No, please use this. This. No Titan, oopsies. What did the opponent get? Alright, Now I'm up against Titan. Now next turn I can play Jace. Alright, now I blanked out there. I think I did. Okay, the Titan is not counterable now either. So I am in big trouble. I should have Valkied the turn after, and the opponent probably got the Cavern of Souls first. I just had to check some message, unfortunately, or I wanted to go back to my desktop to turn off any notifications. That was when I got distracted there. A huge distraction because this Valki blanked. What can I find? I can find another Valki, so I'm gonna have to brainstorm here, right? Jace. Just looting is not gonna cut it, so let's go for the brainstorm. And a Thoughtseize. Perfect. Alright. Okay, so putting back 2 lands. Playing the Delta. Thoughtseizing the opponent. Taking the Titan, of course. And now I will play the Jace.
This would be easy. Together. I'll find what I need soon.
Alright, so that went okay. I still need to be wary. The opponent has that, the field. And will start to potentially create zombies soon. Not yet though. Okay, and that's a fetch land. So 2 zombies definitely coming up. I can't take the land, of course, with the Thoughtseize, so I will draw loot first and probably discard that.
Let me think.
Attack first, might get just chump blocked, that's fine. Play this and pass the turn. No. I'll keep up mana drain just in case, instead of Lurrusing or just forcing out a Lurrus. So here comes zombie number 1 and then zombie number 2. Oh, still no zombies. Wait, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Opponent has twice the same land twice. So. Throwing my shadow. Push away that. I should have looted first with my Jace.
I'll find what I need soon.
Alright, but next turn I'm the opponent's potentially dead. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Alright, here comes the zombies. 2 zombies. 2 zombies. Alright, I will loot. Because I don't need a second Jace.
Let me think.
Attack with both. I'm not afraid of a counter attack. I'm not gonna play the Lurrus. I'm gonna keep Dig Through Time. Okay, so both zombies gone. My Death Shadow is still there. Let's see what we find with the dig through time. Is this uncounterable? No, the opponent didn't use the Cavern Souls. But I didn't find counter magic. So I am in trouble potentially. I will go for the lightning bolt and a Jace even. This is gonna be problematic now. Oh my god. Now I need to find another weapon. No, I should have. No, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. All I needed to do was use the ultimate of the Jace. Can I survive the onslaught? All right, let's do this. I can play Bowmasters to create loads more chump blockers. All right, let's do that. Let's create as many chump blockers as possible, and then we're good. Okay. I mean, I should, yeah. No, there was no need to get into that situation at all. Ah, okay. Now I just need to survive. Okay, getting... Oh my god, no. I'm getting, yeah. Rightly so. Punished rightly so. Yeah, that was a huge mistake on my part. This game should have been won. Clean. Well, should have. So that was well deserved, this loss. But let's see if I cannot turn it around with things like Aether Gust, Surgical Extraction, Edict. Yeah, that's about it. Don't need the pushes. Get the... I got that. I don't have Ashiok here, so... Ah! That was a huge blunder. Alright, what am I getting rid of here? A Brainstorm, a Bolt, and one Drown. The Drown is, yeah, like, it's irrelevant the most of the early game due to the opponent having, you know, needing to fill up their graveyard. Not ideal, but we'll go with this. I'll keep it because I have 3 fetch lands, so the graveyard will get filled up fairly quickly. I can just shock myself here to make sure that when if I do get my Death Shadow, that it's at least has some power and toughness, and I don't have to wait for that. Okay, that's a good draw. Okay. Very important. Play the fetch land first. Then Thoughtseize, because I want to be prepared for Veil of Summer. So let's get some steam vents. Alright, so natural orders. No creatures, so that's the Sylvan Scrying even. Yeah. Yeah, keep up mana. Stick through time, end of turn. The mana drain is just gonna get veiled, so I need a second counter spell in order to defeat whatever the opponent is doing. So I need to dig end of turn. Okay, the opponent now has a creature for the natural order, but it's not enough mana right now to do that. So end of turn, I will bolt that thing. And I will dig through time. Gonna get another steam vents. So, another mana drain is great. Valki, no. Jace. I would prefer some instant things, but let's go with Spell Pierce actually. Jace, because I need to keep up like multiple counter spells. So let's take a Spell Pierce as well. Let's just go full on the counters. And attack. So let's say the opponent has, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this. So yeah, so Spell Pierce and Drain is enough. So that means I can play my Death Shadow here. So I do want to have a clock. Alright, and pass the turn. Not playing the Lurrus. I need Mana Drain and Aether Gusts up. Let's gust that. Should I gust that? Yeah, that'll just buy me, it'll buy me a turn basically. Yeah, and now this fetch land actually would make my Shadow into 7/7, 7/8/9, which is exactly lethal. Okay, good. So that worked out just as it should. I will not change anything. or do I prefer to have one more Brainstorm and one less Bolt? I think I do, because Brainstorm, I need to dig in this matchup. So yeah, still a little angry at myself for game 1, for just that huge blunder. But, I mean, it's down to the fact that I wasn't not that used to Jacing, and with the new Jace, and also using it to using its ultimate ability. First, I will use the Surveilling Land here, because I do want to hit at least like one more land soon. Brainstorm is pretty nice, actually. I'll keep that on top. So let's hope the opponent doesn't do anything. And this is turn number 3. Okay. Okay, the opponent cannot Druid's Charm because of the colorless mana, so I can Brainstorm here. Okay, I found a land. I don't want the Drown in the Loch at the moment. I don't really want... Do I need the Edict right now? No, I don't need the Shadow right now. It's... yeah. Let's get rid of those two. Then I will shuffle and get a Steam Vents. And then Brainstorm again. Yeah, perf. Wow, this is great. Putting back this and this. Draw. Yeah, that's perfect. Go into my turn. Play a fetch land. And now keep up Mana Drain plus Spell Pierce. And next turn I can Thoughtseize. Let's... Getting rid of the island that's on top. I don't want to draw that. Shock myself to go down. And go into my turn. An Expressive Iteration. No, I cannot afford to do that. Unfortunately. I need to keep up Mana Drain and Spell Pierce in the next few turns. So let's hold back. Wait a minute. Mana Drain and Spell Pierce, which means I can Thoughtseize. But if I Thoughtseize, I'm super afraid of Veil of Summer. So I'm not going to do that right now. And then, you know, especially because I have to, then I would have to counter on my turn. I don't want to give the opponent the draw from the Veil. It's fine. Now the opponent does have lands. Perfect. Alright. Now this will just be Spell Pierced. And now I can go to my turn. Let's fetch a Steam Vents. Alright, let's Thoughtseize. Keep up Mana Drain. Wait, I don't have a second land. So I'm relying fully on Mana Drain. I could try and do this to find another land. Let's do that. Yes. One in my hand. One in the library and one in text. Do I need... is there anything interesting I can put back? No, there isn't. So let's just grab... an island, potentially. Yeah. And now I will Thoughtseize and keep up Mana Drain. Taking the Titan. There's no Cavern of Souls right now, but there could be. Surgical Extraction. Okay. My opponent can Surgical Extract me pretty easily. But I can fetch another Thoughtseize next turn to get rid of that too. There's that. Sure, no more Thoughtseizes. I'm okay with that. I only have 2 anyway. Oh no, I have 4, of course. This is not the Demir control, this is Grixis Shadow. Shadow always wins 4, or usually wins 4. That's, well, good to have the mana drain for that, for sure. Land is okay. Is there anything I can get back that's useful? No, there isn't. If I Demonic Tutor for a mana drain, I can play both. All right, let's Demonic Tutor and grab a mana drain. No, wait a minute. I can Valki. Yeah, sure. It's not targeting. Good. That was a good tutor. The Charm. Yeah, let's counter the Charm. I don't want the opponent to even just get a fetch land. Do I want to put something on top? An Expressive Iteration? No. Not at the moment, actually. So I will have to shock. Go into my turn. How much does this cost? Eggs, right? Choose a creature. So this costs 6, and then I'll be a Titan. I have to pay 3 extra for that. I don't think that's worth it, becoming a Titan. Let's do this first. And library and zero. Not gonna take any more damage than I need to. Should I keep up Edict? Should I keep up Edict? That's the big question. Let's attack first. Let's keep up Edict just in case. I can't Edict now, I can't Edict in response, so this is gonna happen. Oh wait, I can! Haha! Perfect. Because of the trigger. Sorry. Yep, that trigger. Preventing the natural order from occurring. Let's attack. Whew. Good. Wow, those were interesting games for sure. That was required some thought. So I really like this deck as well. I like Dimir Control, obviously, but this one, I just love that the shadow is just like. I mean, you go down, and I mean, in this game, in some matchups, you actually have to force your own life total to go down. But in some matchups, that happens naturally. But the shadow is just, it's cheap to play, so it's easy to back up with counter magic. So this is a control shell, but it has this shadow, and it has the Bowmasters too, and the Lurrus. So it has everything that the Dimir Control has, except that it has the Shadow and it has the Valki plus Jace combo. And Valki on its, even on the 2 mana side, if you combine it with Thoughtseize and you know you can hit creatures, it's not too bad. And then you have the combo of, you know, putting it on the Planeswalker side with Jace. But yeah, having the Valki here was super relevant, taking the Titan. The opponent tried to. So it doesn't target, so it can't be veiled like Thoughtseize can. So yeah, definitely a fun match. And yeah, despite making that huge mistake in game 1, which I should have, I had ready for the win. Yeah, happy that I was able to still take the win overall. Anyway, next, let's go on to the next game. Grixis Shadow versus WC Fishing. I will go first, and I will keep. Yeah, just go for Brainstorm straight away. Now that the opponent has nothing to say about that. Bowmasters are annoying, but even more annoying is the Fable, right? So let's just take the Fable. What can we do against the Bowmasters? I could mana drain it. They blocked the Jace as well pretty hard. So I could actually take the Bowmasters and counter the thingy. Counter the Fable with my mana drain. Use the 3 mana to activate the Lurrus. Question is, what do I do end of this turn? Do I... Okay, Expressive Iteration. Alright, now that I know that the opponent only has 1 mana up, I'm safe to Brainstorm. Alright, that was pretty good actually. I definitely want the land. Do I want to shuffle away the Dig Through Time? That's the question. I could shuffle away the Death's Shadow. It's a little early for that. Maybe I don't even have to shuffle. I can't play the Jace, right? Ah, yeah, not even on the 3rd turn, it's on the 4th. Okay, then I will just pass the turn. Keeping up mana drain and still debating on if I should fetch or not. I think I'm not even gonna fetch. I'll draw the Shadow. And pass the turn. I don't want to play out the Shadow, it's just gonna get eaten. Ah, that's perfect. So having the opponent play their Bowmasters first. Going down to 13. If I shock, I'll go down to 12. Sorry, to 10. or even less. The opponent's gonna attack as well. To make sure the shadow is out of lightning bolt range. Take this hit first. A Tarmogoyf. I think I'm gonna drain it. Because I have another drain and I don't really have an answer to that right now at hand, so I'm going to. Okay, now I can actually get a surveilling land. Thoughtseize is actually pretty good. Minsk and Boo or the Fable? Take the Minsk and Boo. I could get 4 mana from the mana drain from the Minsk and Boo. But 3 is enough. Alright, I'm low at life, so I'm in a little bit of a situation here now. But now I'm gonna have to counter that thing. I'm gonna take another hit here. Go down to 6. As expected. Alright, gonna shock and pass the turn, keeping up. Oops, I wasted the mana just by going to the next phase. I completely missed that I had 3 mana for the Lurrus. Okay. I want to Bowmaster and dig through time. Gonna do it now to prevent any more damage. Sure. I will still block. Alright, I'm at 4, so I am out of lightning bolt range. And now I need to dig for sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are we getting? Alright, definitely a push and definitely a grave, which I'm gonna play tapped. Alright, so I can play this tapped. I can play this. Play this and still keep up. Push or bolt? Let's keep up push.
Too much is at stake to just sit back and hide. Out.
Alright, 2 attacks with my Death Shadow. The opponent has the Giganta though, so that's... yeah, I can't get rid of that right now. Now I can. Do I want to get rid of it like that? Or I can just continue pumping the Jace. So I'll hold back for now. Oh, that's actually game. Yep, that is actually game. Because I don't have 2 red mana. Yep. Oh wait, yeah. Oh no. Oh, I don't have. No, I don't have mount. Okay, GG. Yep. All right. On to game 2. That was unfortunate. I think I could have played a little bit better, definitely. I mean, missing the mana drain mana completely was a mistake. I don't know if that would have made a difference, but yeah, nonetheless. So there are some 2 mana cards, but I still don't think Spell Snare is a good option here. Aether Gust. Green and red, right? So everything green and red can be Aether Gusted. Needle, Edict, the Legion's End. Yeah. Get rid of one of these. Get rid of... What else am I going to get rid of? A Bolt, a Thoughtseize can go down on those a little bit. A Bauble. And a Jace. Keep and play a touchdown first. Alright, a Deathrite Shield. I will actually go for a Steam Vents and Brainstorm. Okay. I can actually shuffle away 1 land, right? I'll shuffle away the Watery Grave. Because I'm gonna fetch it up right now. Take a little bit more damage. Legion's End that. Alright, now I know the hand. Bolt, trophy. Oh, so all removal. Okay. The trophy, wow, is just a full-on permanent remover. I can take it with the next turn. I can Thoughtseize. By taking some damage, I could make my shadow maybe out of bolt range, but I think a Surveil is good here now. Drown in the Loch is fine. There's 2 cards in the opponent's graveyard, but that's okay. So play the Jace and keep up Drown in the Loch. Not the Bowmasters. Okay, in that case, I'm gonna change things up a little bit. I'm gonna bolt the Bowmasters. Wait, what? Why? Wait, why couldn't I? Why couldn't I just? Why was I not allowed to do that? I have no idea what's happening here, to be honest. Like, gonna take this Essence Trophy. Nah, let's take the... Let's leave the opponent with all that removal for now. So it's gonna get bolted, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I should have thought about the Bowmasters, that was like a small blunder on my part. Okay, the opponent has only removal. Alright. I'm gonna Brainstorm now. I wanted to find... Okay, put back this. And put back... Wait, whatever I put back, I can wobble it out, right? So... let's put it like this. Draw the Bowmasters first. Alright, a lot of problematic cards coming up. Oh, the opponent shuffled that away. Oopsies. Alright, draw. Opponent attacks first. Should I go down to 6 or play my Bowmasters now? Let's wait. End of turn, I will drown in the Loch. Play this and keep up drown in the Loch. So I'm at 6, the opponent has a bolt in hand. I'm gonna have to Bowmaster here. I'm gonna double block to ensure no blowout, even if all my guys die. That's fine. Because otherwise the opponent could have interfered. I'm gonna go down to low life. I only have a spell Pierce to protect me right now. Hopefully the opponent plays some Minsk and Poe stuff. Surviving barely, going to 1. The opponent has Gigant. No, it doesn't have Gigant, it has this. I cannot even play both these, so I have to keep up this. I have to keep up Drown in the Loch. I should have killed it before the attack phase. I was, yeah. Alright, Tomgoy. I go to 1. I play the Lurrus. Unfortunately, I can't play the Lurrus and 2 Death Shadows. I can play 1 Death Shadow and then draw with the Bauble. Unfortunately, I'm gonna play. Yeah, I have to play this one. It's gonna die to the thingamajiggy. The opponent then can copy the Tarmogoyf and attack with both. So then I'm basically dead. Yeah. Very unfortunate. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I did some mistakes, made some too many mistakes in that game. Don't know why the opponent just kind of cut in front. Yeah, I think that Bowmaster, that Jace into Bowmaster, that was the decisive point. When I plus the Jace and the opponent Bowmasters in response, I was just focusing on the thing I need to counter in the opponent's turn. I just completely blanked that they also could have the Bowmasters. The Bowmasters have just been dealing too much damage. Then being a 2/2 token instead of a 1/1, that was my mistake. But anyway, going 3-1, definitely a deck worth trying out. It's a lot of fun to play. It's very resilient. It has many angles of attack. Yeah, definitely go and try it out if you're into shadow decks. More control-y version here in this instance. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you in the arena. Have fun and peace out.